Well, day 8, Rolling Fork, Mississippi. Day 9, Rolling Fork, Mississippi. It's Monday morning, and still, this is downtown. Still a little ghost towny right now. There's the Billy Graham truck. I haven't seen it do anything. It's there though. It's there. And that's those blue tents. That's the Cajun Navy, I suppose. But as you can see, there's not a whole hell of a lot going on, and it's Monday morning. There's some debris trucks. Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 debris trucks. 4. It's better than 0, but it ain't 144. Headed over to site now. This is the house, or was the house, that got smashed by an 18-wheeler and a trailer house. So we're going to see what we can do with that today. It is super muddy out here today. Super muddy. And it's supposed to rain a whole bunch more at the end of this week, or the middle of this week, so that'll be fun. Trailer houses. See if I can get this pushed into a pile up by the road. And then there's a trailer and a semi that I've got to see if I can pick out as well with the forks. Let's see how that goes. Well, it's too wet over here at this site to get any good traction with the machine. Bad traction means I can't apply the horsepower I need to apply in order to push the house over and move that semi. So instead, we're gonna go get into town up on the hard pack and see what we can do over in town. Come on, bucket. Yeah, it's super wet here. Got the bucket on the forks.
Can you hear me now?
Now we're gonna go overlanding-ish. Coming into this neighborhood over here. It's just northeast of Peeville. Looks like there used to be a playground here. Hopefully there's enough room to get the freaking equipment through. Who is this? Pearl River Baptist Association. Awesome. Good job, Pearl River. This Dodge is, imagine that, in the way. Bunch more destroyed cars that gotta get moved. So much mud out here, man. And let's see, from this way, yep, I see our site. I see our guys. Hell, I even see my truck. Look, it's the badass GMC with the blinky lights. So this house on the right coming up where all my guys are standing, that house has to come down. And there's a bunch of other houses on the street that got to come down as well. Here we are. You'll see what the hood of that truck says. Love, hope, faith. And unfortunately the house behind it has got to come down. That's the next one we're doing. On the back side of that house, Bravo, all stations, I am beginning to smash this house on the corner.
Juliet.
AC line. Closed cabs are good for that. Three big stumps in the backyard that kind of limit my maneuverability. Plus mud. Bravo, Juliet. I'm just smashing it. I'm not pushing it. So if you're not done moving that brush in the front yard over, you can continue there.
Copy that.
Gonna move the brush on the curb to the brush pile so that we have a place to put the house in the house pile, because the residents meant real well when they got out here and started cleaning stuff up, but they didn't cut up any brush and they just got it all haphazardly laid around anywhere they could get it near the road. A bunch of small piles rather than one big pile. So Juliet's working on fixing that. I will say the residents here have done a really good job to the best of their ability to be able to plug in and help their neighbors. But from a leadership standpoint, it is still 100% an uncoordinated absolute shit show. Nobody knows what's going on. The city turned it over to the county. The county doesn't know what they're doing, and MEMA, Mississippi Emergency Management Agency, is really here for displaced people and resource distribution rather than coordinating the relief and the recovery efforts. And then for FEMA, everybody's favorite FEMA, there's the gas line right there in the corner. Gotta be super careful about that. Everybody's favorite FEMA has two people with clipboards and cell phones who aren't doing shit. Aren't doing shit. And what FEMA does, most people misunderstand. FEMA shows up with a checkbook to empower contractors to come in here, to entice contractors to come in here and clean this mess up. So, but who hires and coordinates the contractors? That's whoever is in charge. And there still seems to be some question over who's in charge. The rumor is it's the county now, and the rumor is the county doesn't know their asshole from their elbow when it comes to disaster relief, and they know that, and so they're wondering why they were put in charge of this mess. And all of that doesn't affect one bit what we're doing, other than our ability to get debris out. So Grindstone is just doing what Grindstone does. Y'all see those big stumps down there? One in the bottom right, one in the bottom left. Yeah, they're considerable, and I can just barely squeeze through. Got most of the house off the slab and out to the road. There's a gas line around this back corner right here. That little orange road cone is. So right there is the gas line. So bringing in the hoe so we can pick through this stuff and not hit the gas line, because exploding is overrated. On to house number 2.
Hold on a second.
On to house number 2 in this neighborhood. Getting demoed. Just spoke with the homeowner. Good to go. And we've got 3 and 4 on this street as well. Just depending upon whether or not they got all their stuff that they're keeping out of the house today. And there's a gas line, of course, on the corner of this house. You gotta be super careful about that, because exploding is overrated. So just want to bump the corner of the wall so that we can get in there by hand. See the water popping at the top? Hey, we got water shooting out the top of this building. Let's confirm that the water line is shut off to this house, please. Y'all see that? Where'd it go? There it is. Right there. Beautiful. Little fountain. Alright, so right now we're pulling this brush away from the back of the house to make room for the loader to get in there. So this is the second house. Well, I guess technically the third house that we're demoing today.
Saw team, do we have any more saws available for this tree?
And then this is the third house, and that's the fourth house over there.
Copy. This is Bobby. What are you using?
That was a great radio transmission. I have literally no idea what they just said. Lunch has been served, and this is what the inside of house number 3 looks like right now. Pushing it out towards the curb. There's a bunch of mud here from the rain that we got last night. It's really impeding our ability to work, actually, and there are thunderstorms forecast for 4 days this week, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Shabbat. 90% chance, and if it's this bad to work out here due to mud after a couple hours of rain overnight, it's going to be a shit show out here after all that rain. So it's not certain yet, but there's a strong possibility that we shut this thing down while it's raining and we're able to go home and do Pesach and unleavened bread with the people that we love. So, like I said, not written in stone. Gotta talk to all the guys, but there's a 90% chance that that happens, and I'm honestly pretty stoked for that. Pretty stoked for that. It's just unreasonable to be trying to work in this mud with some of the equipment we have. I mean,
Hey, people are saying, Bravo, people are saying they're seeing water come out under their vehicle.
yeah, there's a water line or something there. Same story as every other house on the block. Make sure the water's turned off.
Juliet, on that house right now. A lot of the shutouts are damaged on this side, so the water's probably just going to flow.
10-4. So anyway, it's not written in stone yet, but it's looking like we're going to go home and do Pesach, and for that, I am thankful. for the skids, not whatever this thing is, track hoe. Pin came loose, so they're trying to get the pin back in. Luckily we were able to find it in the debris. So I noticed the hydraulic cylinder just hanging and swinging, and I was like, oh, that's not so good. So they're fixing it. Back in action. Ta-da! Well, it's nearing the end of the day. We're back over to lay down yard, which is the shop building that was on Fleetwood Road. It's kind of in between the neighborhood we were at and Pinkett'sville. Yep, just done. Mud. The word of the day is mud. Freaking mud everywhere, and even more mud in the forecast. So we're gonna get back to the fob, flesh out a few details, see what the future holds. But mud, very difficult to be effective doing what we're doing with the mud. I've heard a whole bunch of nonsense about Mississippi mud. I'm like, okay, yeah, tracking. No, this sand, this soil is like silt. That's what was blowing in the video the other day. And then when there's like no structural integrity to the soil whatsoever. And so once you get it wet, it's like quicksand, man. It's rough. So anyway, I think we demolished 5 houses today. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 today. Got another one to do tomorrow, and there's several other in the neighborhood that we'll hit if we can, and then, you know, we'll see what happens from there. As always, I appreciate you deeply. Thank you for supporting Grindstone Ministries. Thank you for watching the Bear Show. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are freaking awesome. I'm out. Let me get back to the fob and drink some water. Maybe have some cough syrup. Grampy's cough syrup. You know. Hold it. I'm even getting a tan out here, guys. I'm getting tan. Whatever. I'm delirious. I'll see y'all later. Shalom.